Going on to set 5 of module 4, we're going to look at items 1 through 6 and determine if these statements are true or false. And again, there are 3 true and 3 false. We'll give you some time and defend your answer. Well, actually, there were 2 false and 4 true. Now, the ones that are false are a little bit tricky, because if you have x squared equals 25, then the real rule was if you take the square root of this side to get x, in order to ensure you get all your answers, it has to be plus or minus the square root of the other side. So this gives you plus or minus 5. And that is true for number 4 as well. To make that true, it should have been plus or minus 6. All of the others are correct. Okay, and if we have a little time, we're going to ask you to do a couple of these. Let's say we're going to do 7 through 12, and we will give assignments. So take a moment to write them down, and then we'll give you the answers. So we have some room. I just copied this over there. The rule is we square both sides. We've isolated the radical. Now, if the index number is 2, and you raise that expression to the second power, it just becomes the radicand. And then 4 squared is 16. Transpose the 1, you get 15. Divide both sides by 5. You get x equals 3. So the same protocol here. Square both sides. Again, if you're raising the power to the index number, just becomes the radicand. This becomes 25. Add 3 to both sides. Divide by 7. X equals 4 for number 8. Okay, I've copied 9 and 10. The rule here is to isolate the radical. We transpose that. Subtract 1 from both sides. Now we square both sides. Here, raising it to that power just gives you the radicand. Equals 25. Divide both sides by 3. The answer is 25 thirds. The same protocol here. Take this to the other side. It becomes a 3. Square both sides. Now that you've isolated the radical, this then just becomes the radicand, and this is 9. Divide both sides by 2, you get x equals 9 halves. And these last two, again, we have to isolate the radical, so we transpose the negative 5 to the other side. It becomes a 13. Square both sides. We then have to isolate the y, subtract 1 from both sides. Y equals 168. And for this last one we're doing, transpose the negative 7 on the other side. It then becomes a 3. square both sides. This will become a 9. Add 2 to both sides. We get x equals 11. Now they do get a little more complicated as they go on, but we'll leave that for the practice.